Hello everyone. Already we have started discussion about Ostwald's dilution law, and today we also continue with the common ion effect. First we discuss Ostwald's dilution law once again, then we go to common ion effect. Okay, so if we take one weak electrolyte, AB is what here taken, weak electrolyte. That is called weak electrolyte. The weak electrolyte AB has initial concentration of C. Initially, what is the concentration of AB here? C. Okay. Then this initially A plus and B minus will be having zero charge. Initially, A plus and B minus will be having what? Zero charge, isn't it? So now at equilibrium, what happened here? How much of this what here is dissociated? C minus C alpha. So this one is nothing but here C minus C alpha is dissociated. The same thing we have written in the form of C of 1 minus alpha. Right. If C alpha is dissociated here, how much should be formed? C alpha should be formed. Because 1 mole of AB is giving 1 mole of A plus. So C alpha of AB will give C alpha of A plus. The same way, B minus how much is formed? C alpha is formed. So any ion concentration is what? No, C alpha in this process. So dissociation constant is given by K. The dissociation constant or ionization constant may be given as what? K is equal to A plus concentration into B minus concentration by AB concentration. So what is the concentration of A plus here? C alpha into B minus also C alpha divided by AB concentration left over how much here? C of 1 minus alpha, where C get cancelled. C and C get cancelled. Then what will be left over? C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. So K is equal to what we got here? K is equal to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. Already we have discussed about acetic acid and NH4OH. For CH3, COOH, weak acid, we have discussed this equation, this type of equation. And NH4OH, that is weak base, also we discussed. Right now. So now it is what now? Some electrolyte, whatever it is, weak electrolyte we have taken. The very weak electrolytes, alpha value is very less than 1. Alpha value degree of dissociation is very less than 1. Therefore, 1 minus alpha will be equal to 1. Then K is equal to what? C alpha square. K is equal to C alpha square. From this alpha square is equal to what now? K by C. Therefore, alpha is equal to under root K by C, where K is dissociation constant of the weak electrolyte and C is concentration, and alpha is what? Degree of dissociation or degree of ionization. Right now. Next, the concentration of any ion here, A plus or B minus. Here A plus ion or B minus ion. Concentration is equal to how much here? C alpha. C alpha is equal to what here? Alpha. In the place of alpha, what we can write? C alpha, how to write now? C into alpha. In the place of alpha, what we can write? Under root K by C. Therefore, C into K. That is what? Under root Kc or Ck will be taken. So concentration of any ion is equal to what? Either C alpha, otherwise under root K into C. C is what? Concentration of weak electrolyte. K is dissociation constant of weak electrolyte. From equation 2 means this one here. Alpha is equal to under root K by C. It is clear that the degree of ionization means alpha, increases on dilution. On dilution means what will be happening? Volume will be increasing. When volume is increasing, what happens here? Dissociation will be increasing. When volume is increasing, when dilution is increasing, what we have to understand, the alpha degree of dissociation also will be increasing here. So alpha dissociation, alpha ionization is directly proportional to what? Directly proportional to dilution. Dilution means what? Addition of water. Addition of water. Is that clear? Thus, degree of dissociation alpha of a weak electrolyte is proportional to the square root of dilution. Square root of dilution. Okay. More the dilution, more will be dissociation. Next, thus, the degree of dissociation of a weak electrolyte is proportional to what we have understood, the square root of dilution. Then, limitations of Ostwald's dilution law. Limitations mean what here? Shortcomings or drawbacks. Otherwise, demerits. Demerits we can say, or limitations or shortcomings or drawbacks of Ostwald's dilution law. The law holds good only for weak electrolytes. So this Ostwald's law is applicable only for which electrolytes? Weak electrolytes. It cannot be applied for strong electrolytes, and fails completely in the case of strong electrolytes. In the case of strong electrolytes means what are the strong electrolytes? Strong acids, strong bases, and aqueous solutions of salts. Aqueous solutions of salts, strong base and strong acid. This come under what now? Strong electrolytes. In case of strong electrolytes, Ostwald's law, dilution law will be a failure. The value of alpha means degree of dissociation, is determined by conductivity measurements. By conductivity measurements, by applying what? The formula lambda by lambda infinity. So your alpha formula, what another formula? Degree of dissociation is equal to lambda at given concentration by lambda at infinite concentration. At infinite concentration. So lambda at given concentration C divided by lambda at infinite concentration is here. Lambda indicates what here? We can write like this also. Lambda this one or this one, both same. Okay. So lambda of C, lambda at infinity we'll take here. So what is this lambda here? It is called conductivity. What is called? Conductivity. Conductivity. So if conductivity of a solution is greater, this lambda value will be greater. Lambda value indicates what here? Conductivity of given solution. The given solution of acid or base or any salt has some conductivity value. Some solutions will conduct electricity to greater extent, and some other solutions will conduct electricity to lesser extent. This is called conductivity. So the conductivity measurements will be used to calculate what your degree of dissociation. So alpha dissociation, another formula is what now? Lambda at given concentration divided by lambda at infinite dilution. Okay, so lambda at given concentration by lambda at infinite dilution. So when we add more water to the given acid, it is called infinite dilution. More and more water when you are adding to the given acid, weak electrolyte, it is called dilution at infinite level. So at infinite dilution, conductivity will be taken as lambda infinity. At given concentration, the lambda is called lambda C. So this lambda is indicating what here? Conductivity of given solution. So by this also we can get what? Alpha dissociation. And alpha dissociation, another formulas for what we have studied. Lambda is equal to C alpha we can take. Okay. So lambda is equal under root Ka by C. What we take? Under root Ka by C. So any one of these formula will be used here to get what now here? Lambda. Okay. Next. So now important two factors will be there here, which will what here, which will be what here? Reason for the failure of Ostwald's dilution law for strong electrolytes. Suppose the value of lambda determined at various dilutions okay, of an electrolyte, various dilution of an electrolyte when substituted in equation 1 gives a constant value of K. Okay, only in the case of weak electrolytes like acetic acid and NH4OH. So what is the meaning is that this okay, K is equal to what here? Dissociation constant formula C alpha square by 1 minus alpha is there now. C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. So that equation is equation 1. So if you substitute these all lambda values in equation 1, K is equal to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. It gives a constant value of K only in the case of weak electrolytes, but it will not give constant value in case of strong electrolytes. So the cause of failure of Ostwald's dilution law in the case of strong electrolytes is due to what? The following factors. So Ostwald's dilution law is a failure in case of what? Strong electrolytes now. So why it is a failure? We have to understand by taking two factors. So the two factors will be responsible for the failure of what? No, Ostwald's dilution law in case of strong electrolytes. Now see, first factor is that the law is based on the fact that only a portion of the electrolyte is dissociated into ions at ordinary dilution. Suppose if you take what now here? A weak electrolyte. In case of weak electrolytes, so which electrolyte is mentioned here? Weak electrolyte. In case of weak electrolyte, 100% dissociation will take place, or less than 100% will take place? Less than 100% dissociation. 2 to 30% dissociation only will be there. That means only a portion of the electrolytes, some part of the electrolyte only is dissociated into ions at ordinary dilution, and completely dissociated at infinite dilution. At infinite dilution means what? On adding a lot of water, means what? A large quantity of water when we add, it is called infinite dilution. At infinite dilution, what happens now? 100% will be dissociated sometimes. In case of weak electrolyte also, nearly 100% may be dissociated when you add more and more water. Addition of water is called what? Dilution. So infinite dilution means what? When we add very large quantity of water to the given weak electrolyte, that is called infinite dilution. So at infinite dilution, the dissociation will be complete. But at room temperature, at ordinary conditions, at ordinary dilution means more weak electrolyte will be there, less water will be there. At this ordinary dilution, the electrolyte will be dissociated only some portion. But at infinite dilution, the same electrolyte may be dissociated completely. And strong electrolytes are almost completely dissociated, completely ionized at all dilutions, whether it is ordinary dilution or infinite dilution. All dilutions means what? Whether it is ordinary dilution or infinite dilution, strong electrolytes will be always completely dissociated. And this lambda by lambda infinity does not give accurate value of lambda, of alpha. Alpha value is equal to what here? Lambda by lambda infinity. Na? Lambda at given concentration by lambda at infinite dilution. So this lambda is equal to this ratio we can take here. So this accurate value of lambda cannot be obtained in case of what? Strong electrolytes. That is one of the drawbacks. That is why Ostwald's dilution law cannot explain the dissociation process of what? Strong electrolytes. Next, when concentration of the ions is very high, suppose if the concentration of ions is very higher, the presence of charges on the ions. Now, if concentration is very high, what happens? Tell me. If concentration of the solution is high, all ions will be side by side. No? All ions will be side by side. Suppose here A plus B minus. Again A plus B minus. Now charges are very closer here. So this negative closer, positive negative closer. Okay. So because of high concentration of ions, the presence of charges on the ions appreciably affects. The presence of charges will affect the equilibrium. Hence, the law of mass action in its simple form cannot be strictly applied. Hence, the law of mass action cannot be applied in case of our strong electrolytes. As we cannot apply law of mass action in case of strong electrolytes, okay, we cannot use what? Ostwald's dilution law to explain the degree of dissociation of strong electrolytes. Okay. Next. So some of the example problems based on this calculation of Ka and calculation of alpha. So here what we have taken, a solution we have taken here, a 0.01 molar solution. Here what is given? Molarity. C is given what? Molarity is given 0.01, that is 10 power minus 2. 10 power minus 2 molar given. Of acetic acid. Acetic acid formula CH3 COOH. It is weak acid. Okay, is 5% ionized. What is the alpha given here? Alpha given 5 by 100. 5% means per century, right? 5 per century. 5 by 100 is what? 0.05. So 0.05 is given what now here? The degree of dissociation of the acetic acid at 25 degrees Celsius. At what now here? At given temperature. This is room temperature. What is this temperature taken here? Room temperature. So room temperature means how many degree Kelvin? How many Kelvin it is? 298 Kelvin. Or how many degrees Celsius? 25 degrees Celsius. Calculate its dissociation constant. A dissociation constant of acid or base, this one acid. So we take Ka. Ka as what? Dissociation constant. So this one they asked you to calculate. Now, according to Ostwald's dilution law, Ka is given by what now? C alpha square by 1 minus First we take here. First take Ka is equal to what? C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. 1 minus alpha we take generally. But here C is equal to 1 mole of electrolyte by V liters. 1 mole of electrolyte dissolved in V liter solution. So concentration nothing but molarity. Na? Molarity means what? Moles per liter. 1 mole by volume in liters. So C, in place of C, what we can write now? 1 by V we can write. Wherever C is there, what we can write? 1 by V. So in place of C, if you write 1 by V, what we write this one? Alpha square by 1 minus alpha into V. So 1 by V we have written here. So it is 1 by V. So 1 by V, why we have written here C in place of C? C is equal 1 by V. So lambda square is alpha square by 1 minus alpha V. Okay. So alpha is given what? 5%. 5% means how much? 5 by 100. 5 by 100 means 0.05. And volume in liters we have taken. Volume in liters. Okay. 1 by 0.01. So V means what? Volume is equal 1 by concentration. From this, C is equal 1 by V. Otherwise, V is equal 1 by C. 1 by C means 1 by concentration. Concentration given how much? 10 power minus 2. That is 0.01. If you take 0.01 up, it will be 10 power 2. 10 power 2 means how much? 100. So this is 10 power minus 2. 1 by 10 power minus 2, how much? 100. So volume is taken 100 liters here. Now here, alpha square means alpha into alpha here by 1 minus alpha into volume, how much here? 100 liters. So on calculation we get 2.63 into 10 power 5. It is dissociation constant of weak acid. Let's take the screenshot of this one. Yeah. Next one. Here, example 2 is check here. Here example 2 is there. See, calculate the H plus ion concentration. H plus ion concentration of a 0.01 normal. What is given concentration here? Normality given here. Weak monobasic acid. Here monobasic meaning what? N factor. N factor of acid. N factor of acid is also called what? Basicity. What do we say? Basicity. Basicity is equal what here? 1. N factor of acid is equal to 1 here. So when N factor is 1, normality is equal to what? Molarity into 1. So here normality, molarity both are what? Same. So whatever the normality given, that one we can take as what? Molarity also. So 0.01 means 10 power minus 2. Okay. So normal given. Weak monobasic acid is given. So basicity is 1. The value of dissociation constant is given here. How much is given? 4 into 10 power minus 10. So is it acid or base mentioned in this problem? Acid. So we take Ka or Kb, we take Ka. Ka how much here? 4 into 10 power minus 10. Okay. So Ka value given, concentration C given. They asked to calculate what now here the value of H plus ion concentration. Okay, we know that H plus ion concentration of acetic acid is C alpha we take. C alpha. Or we take under root Ka into C. Under root Ka into C we can apply here. Ka given, C given. A C alpha means alpha we need. Alpha not given here. So directly we can apply what? Under root Ka into C. Here. So the weak acid HA is dissociated into H plus and K minus, suppose. Okay. Applying Ostwald's dilution law for weak acid, alpha is equal under root Ka into C we can take here formula. So alpha we can take what now here? Under root Ka into C. Okay, under root Ka into C. Ka by C we take the under root Ka by C alpha. That is equal to under root Ka into V. Okay. So 1 by C what we have taken here? V. So what we can take now here? Under root Ka into V. Otherwise directly we can take what? Under root Ka by C we can take here. Okay. So here Ka is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 10 given, and volume is equal to V is equal to 1 by C. 1 by C means 1 by 0.01. That is equal to 100. So we have taken 100 liters volume. So alpha is equal to under root Ka into V. So under root Ka value into V. V is 100 liters here. So that will be 2 into 10 power minus 4. Okay. So concentration of hydrogen ions is equal to what now generally? The alpha by V. So alpha value whatever we got by V. Otherwise, we can take what now here, this one, H plus ion concentration is equal to what? C alpha we can take, na? In place of C, we can also take what? 1 by V, na? So, alpha by V also we can take. In place of C, what we can write? Yeah, V is equal to 1 by C. Otherwise, C is equal to 1 by V. Isn't it? So, in place of C, what we can write? 1 by V. So, alpha into 1 by V. They have taken alpha into 1 by V. So, alpha by V we can take. Otherwise, directly C into alpha we can take. C is given 10 power minus 2. Alpha is obtained here 2 into 10 power minus 4. Directly. Okay. So, our concentration of H plus ion is equal to what? Under root Ka into C. Under root Ka into C. So, a Ka value given. It is Ka value given. And it is what? C. Concentration given. So, we get 2 into 10 power minus 6. So, by this method we can get, or by this method we can get. So, this formula we can use here. H plus ion concentration we can use directly Ka into C. Otherwise, we can also get what now? Alpha by V. Okay. So, anyone we can take here. Let's take the screenshot of this one. Next. Now, these all examples I will send you today. Please go through all these things, all these problems. Okay. Next. The other important topic is that common ion effect. Suppose here you take one weak electrolyte. AB is what now? Weak electrolyte. Okay. It is dissociated into what? A plus and B minus. Okay. It is in equilibrium now. Between undissociated molecules and dissociated ions, there is equilibrium here. So, and applying law of mass action, we have K is equal to dissociation constant of acid here. Acid or any weak electrolyte here. If you take acid, it will be Ka. If you take base, it will be B, small b, Kb. Otherwise, normally we take for any weak electrolyte K. So, K is equal to what now? Products by reactants. Products concentrations by reactants concentration. Okay. Now, the equilibrium constant K has a definite value at a given temperature. At any given temperature, K value will be a particular value. If now another electrolyte furnishing means giving. Furnishing means what? Giving, producing. So if now another electrolyte furnishing the A plus and B minus, furnishing A plus and B minus ions to be added to the above solution, suppose. Now to this solution, what we are adding here? To this solution, we are adding either A plus or B minus. What we are adding here? A plus ions we are adding or B minus ions we are adding. When we add A plus or B minus, what happens? Tell me. Products we are adding or reactants we are adding here? We are adding product. A plus is product here. B minus also product. When we add product to equilibrium mixture, backward reaction will favor. Which reaction will be favored? Backward direction will be favored. If you add what any product, backward reaction taking place means the dissociation of AB will be decreasing. A forward direction, what is happening in forward direction? Dissociation is going on. Dissociation of AB is going on in forward direction. So now here, when we add any common ion, what is common here? A plus is common with A plus here. B minus is common with B minus here. If you add any common ion here in the equilibrium mixture, to the equilibrium mixture, backward reaction will be taking place. Then what happens now here? The dissociation of AB will be decreased. The dissociation of AB will be suppressed. Suppressed means what here? Decreased. So the suppression of dissociation of weak electrolyte will take place when we add any one common ion. Now when we are adding A plus or B minus, the numerator value increasing here. When we add A plus or B minus, your numerator is increasing. When the numerator value increases, Ka value also increases. Ka value also increases. But Ka should be constant now. Ka value must be constant at a given temperature. To maintain Ka value constant, to maintain this equilibrium constant, we have to understand what now? AB should increase. Whenever A plus or B minus is increased, Ka value must be increased now. But we know that Ka value will be constant at given temperature. Now we are not increasing temperature here. We are maintaining constant temperature. When constant temperature is maintained, K value should remain same. For the constancy of K value, what should happen now? AB value should increase. Denominator value should increase. to make this K value constant. Whenever numerator is increasing here, okay, to maintain this K value constant, this value AB also should be increasing. Concentration of AB also should be increasing. For that purpose, backward direction will take place. In backward direction, what will be forming? AB will be forming. Whenever AB is forming, denominator value also will be increasing. No? That's why K value remains constant. So that is what the concept of what common ions here. The equilibrium constant K has a definite value at a given temperature. If now another electrolyte furnishing A plus or B minus added to the above solution, to the above equilibrium solution, it will increase. The addition of A plus or B minus will increase what? The concentration of either A plus or B minus ions. Okay, so anyone will increase here. And in order to maintain K value constant, in order that K may remain constant, the concentration of AB must increase. The concentration of AB must increase to maintain this constancy of K value. That is, the equilibrium will shift to the left hand side. That means the dissociation of AB will be decreased. The dissociation of AB is decreasing means suppression taking place here. In other words, what we can say here, in other words, the degree of dissociation of an electrolyte, of a weak electrolyte is suppressed. Suppressed means what now? Decreased. Suppressed means what? Decreased. The degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte is decreased, suppressed by the addition of another strong electrolyte containing a common ion. Containing a common ion, when we add strong electrolyte to the weak electrolyte, the suppression of degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte will take place. This is termed as common ion effect. This is called what? Common ion effect. And acetic acid is a weak electrolyte and its ionization is suppressed. The ionization of weak electrolyte acetic acid is suppressed in presence of strong acid. Strong acids will produce which ions? H plus. Now acetic acid will dissociate in how it will dissociate? It will dissociate. It will dissociate into CH3, COO minus and H plus. Now we are adding what now? H plus ions. When we add H plus ions, which direction will be favored? Backward direction will be favored. Okay, next. Now here what is common ion added here? H plus is common ion added here. Already H plus is there in the equilibrium mixture. Now one more H plus we are adding here. That means common ion we are adding. Then backward direction will take place and the suppression of dissociation of acetic acid will take place. Okay. So now in presence of strong acid, a strong salt like sodium acetate. Suppose if we add sodium acetate. Sodium acetate has what? Acetate ion. Sodium acetate formula what? Sodium acetate formula CH3 COO minus Na plus. Here, this CH3 COO minus is what added here. Added. When we add CH3 COO minus ion, acetate ion, again its concentration we are increasing. Acetate ion concentration we are increasing. Then what happens now here? The backward direction will take place and suppression of dissociation of acetic acid will take place. Okay. So when we add either acetate ion or H plus ion, what happens? Backward reaction will take place. Now one more thing what we have to understand is that suppose when we add H plus here, when we add H plus to this mixture, what is common ion? H plus is common ion. Then it is the ion not in common. If you add H plus here, H plus will be common ion we say. But this acetate ion will become what now? Non-common ion. The ion which is not common ion. Suppose when we add only acetate ion, to this mixture, acetate ion will be common ion. And the ion which is not in common is H plus. We don't add both together here. Generally, we are adding H plus or acetate ion. Anyone we are adding. Okay. Now, when we add H plus, suppose backward reaction is taking place means the acetate ion concentration also will decrease in backward direction. When we add H plus, backward is taking place. Okay. When backward reaction is taking place, this acetate ion also should be consumed, right? So when acetate ion is consumed, the decrease in acetate ion also will take place. So the acetate ion will decrease in backward direction, H plus also will decrease. when we add any common ion. The same thing we'll observe the addition of NH4Cl. In NH4Cl, we have NH4 plus ion, Cl minus ion. These two ions, when we add any one common ion to what here? NH4OH. Okay, now suppose here take NaOH, we add Na plus OH minus. Okay, now to this NH4OH, what are the ions available in NH4OH solution? NH4 plus is there, OH minus is there. To this weak electrolyte, now NH4OH is weak electrolyte. To this weak electrolyte, what we are adding? NH4Cl we are adding, otherwise NaOH we are adding. If you add NH4Cl, what is common ion? NH4 plus is common ion, NH4 plus. If you add NaOH, what will be common ion? OH minus will be common ion. If you add any one ion, either OH minus or NH4 plus, what happens? The degree of dissociation of NH4OH will be decreased due to common ion effect. Due to common ion effect. How it will dissociate NH4OH? NH4OH will dissociate NH4 plus and OH minus. Now, if you add NH4 plus ion or OH minus ion, backward direction will take place. Is the concept clear, ma? So here, what is the dissociation of NH4OH? It dissociates into NH4 plus cation and OH minus anion. Now, when we add NH4OH, NH4 plus ions, when we add NH4 plus ions, common ions, what happens? Backward direction will take place. If you add OH minus also, backward direction will take place. So here OH minus is common ion, here NH4 plus is common ion. So in this way, common ion effect should be understood here. So now here, similarly, this is understood. Next, as a result of common ion effect,